We've been doing this for 2 years, and he still cannot give us a straight answer. For the 10 viewers, he cannot give y'all a straight answer. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, being patient, of course, because then you're good at teaching. But I'll just say being patient. I just had to say.
Support either. Like, if I see something going down, like, I'm gone. I'm not gonna sit here and wait until one of y'all pulls out a gun. Right. I'll wait till one of y'all pulls out a gun or something. Like,
words can definitely hurt, but words are not gonna hurt me so much where I gotta put my hands on you, because it's just you just saying stuff at the point. So
yeah.
You are now watching the Westmoreland Bros podcast.
Welcome back to the Westmoreland Brothers podcast. This is episode 75, I believe. Did not double check that.
Man,
74, 75.
Zach ain't been wrong in like a few weeks to month, but this is 76.
Oh, dang. I'm further than... Time flies, man. I'm losing track.
We're pushing through, brother. Through, brother. We're over 3/4 the way to podcast 100. You know what I mean?
It's coming up fast, man. That's only... I was going to say a month away without... Oh, Lord. Yeah. We're close.
If that's a month away, we're going to be dropping very frequently. Very frequently. But no, that is kind of cool, though. I didn't even recognize that. We're 3/4 of the way to 100. Hopefully by, podcast 100, maybe we be turned up a little more. I don't know. People got to help us, though. You got to turn us up out there. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. But this is the second week of March. So we got the 2 awarenesses to knock out right away. The first one is brain injury awareness. It's just bringing prevention, recognition, and treatment to brain injuries. They often happen from falls, car accidents, assaults, or when people play sports, you know what I mean? Especially like football, especially very physical, combative sports. You get brain injuries, boxing, stuff like that. So it's just bringing awareness to that. If you're in sports like that, get checked up frequently for your brain. You know what I mean? That's your health as well. Then your brain, when your brain is going, literally you're in a vegetable state. You cannot do anything. Your heart's beating, but you're just on a machine, sadly. So the brain is very, very important. So is the heart, but the brain and heart, we need them both a lot. So get checked out for brain injury awareness. I also thought about Zay with this, because obviously he had the tumor, so I'm gonna throw that in there as well. You know what I'm saying? Tumors grow in the brain. And Uncle Joe, and Grandpa. So shout out those 3. We miss them, but they happen. You know what I mean? So get checked up as much as you can. At least I think once a year they suggest, maybe twice. I'm not sure. But look it up. Do it. So that's the first one we got. The second one we got is Women's History Month. So it's honoring and celebrating women who have contributed to history, culture, and society. And this is originating all the way back to the 20th century. So that's what that one is. Do you have a few women in your life, Zach, who you just want to shout out for women's history?
I'll probably say Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Brandy.
Brandy.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's one more that's a pretty important. Oh, we could throw Carol and Maggie in there. Who else could we put in there, man? We have a lot of strong women in our life. Honestly, the list is kind of long.
Did you say mom already? I don't know if you said mom.
Yeah, mom. Despite our,
he said we got a lot of people in there already. Oh gosh.
I started off bad because I was like trolling. But yeah, we got a lot of support in our lives.
You were trolling it? Wait, you were trolling in the beginning?
No. So anyway, you keep cutting me off. Look, we have a lot of support in our life. It's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. Some people have no support. We have a lot of support.
True.
And we do appreciate that support. So I'm sure there's a long list of people I did not say, including my own mother. Sorry, Mom. Shout out to Mom. I'll have a segment about her later, so it's, she knows what it is. But yeah, so it's kind of tough to name everyone because it's impossible. But shout out to women. They make up 50% of the population.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And that was that was your perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's your thoughts, opinions, all that good stuff, right? So now what I'm gonna jump into is sometimes I hear things, sometimes I hear things, sometimes I find things, and I'm like, what? I want somebody else's perspective. But you are known as, Z. So I'm gonna call this new segment per se. We're gonna call it Zeptive. You know what I mean? Instead of perspective, it's Zeptive. That's what it is. We're getting your perceptive of this. All right? Are you ready for it? It's a long quote, but it's by Bruce Lee. He said it in one of his movies, but he also kind of felt it. So it's interesting. You probably heard it before. He said, "Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water. Now, you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend." That's what he said. I enjoyed hearing it in the rest of the interview.
Yep.
What do you think of that?
I think that's a great quote, especially the
You've heard it before.
I have. And at the end right there where you said water can flow, I'm thinking of like a cup of water, you pour it out. I'm thinking of you chilling in a lazy river at an amusement park. But then I'm thinking of the crashing part where we're in the middle of the ocean and we see the waves and it's like, oh man. Or you see a video of waves crashing and killing somebody, even though people like walking their dogs along the beach and they see a big old wave coming and they're like, oh, it's just water, I'm good. And they get swept away by the waves. So I can definitely see water crashing. Water can be peaceful, water can definitely crash. So I think it's a very good quote, but how many people can actually be like water? How many people want to be like water? The older I get, the more I see a bunch of bots. And you know what bots can't stand? Water. You pour water on a robot, it dies. So it's kind of tough for a lot of people to relate to this because they're just bots. But for the people who have an independent brain and use it, shout out to y'all. Be like water.
That's how y'all. Be like water. So what is that last part though? What does be like water mean? You described the scenarios water's in with crashing and flowing and stuff. But for you yourself, when you hear that, if he was like be like water, how would you take that after the examples he gave with the bottle?
You need to be able to
cup?
Yeah, right there. You gotta be able to adjust, man. You gotta be able to adjust. You want to be gentle like water. You also want to be able to put your foot down like water. You also want to be able to fit into different scenarios, man. Where if you're in a bad spot, you need to not be able to panic, right? If you're in a good spot, you need to tee up a little bit. If a situation breaks down, you gotta know what to do, and even if you don't know what to do, you gotta figure out the best option. So you want to be like water. You want to be like water, just adaptable.
Thank you. We appreciate that. That's a new segment, ladies and gentlemen. We will be seeing at least once a month because that is perceptive for you. Thank you, Z.
Yes,
and
sir.
Bruce Lee.
Yes, sir. I think he died really young too, man. Absolute tragedy. I don't know if he's supposed to be alive to this day.
He's passed away, but still shout out him.
Yeah, I don't know if he I don't know if he would still be alive today, but yeah, shout out to him. I mean, he passed away early, so that's not. Yeah. Anyway, so we were in the family group chat, and Kennedy was so happy because he got a visit from our parents, and he said, "Man, I wish there was a word deeper than love." And that had me thinking. I was like, is there a word deeper than love? And I went to ChatGPT and I asked, is there a word deeper than love? These are a few of the words it said. One was devotion, said a deep, loyal love shown through actions, commitment. Cherish, to hold someone very dear and precious in your heart. Adoration, adoration, an intense, heartfelt love and respect. Reverence, love mixed with deep respect and honor. And the last one it gave was affection, warm, steady love that shows thorough care and kindness. But it also added the biblical word agape. And it said agape is probably the most powerful one. And it talked about agape. It said it's a kind of love that acts for someone's good, even when it costs you something. Loyalty, sacrifice, commitment, doing what's best for someone. So based on what I heard this weekend, it sounds like you got a lot of agape love, man. That's what it sounds like right there. And shout out to everybody who has people in their lives getting agape love. And we encourage people to show agape love, man. Definitely reach out and give things that cannot be given back. That's honestly the best form of giving. Even if you think about the woman who offered the 2 small coins, I believe it was a widow, and it was of little value, but it was more valuable than anything anyone else brought that day, maybe that year, because it was all she had. So make sure you go out there and you give to people, man. You give, and you'll get back so much more, even when you don't get nothing back.
No, that's a fact. It's better. You shouldn't give somebody something and expect something back. If that's why you're giving a gift or whatever you want to call it, if that's why you're giving someone something, then just don't do it, because that's not what it's about. You should just want to give it. You know what I mean? It's just out of love, out of everything he said. I don't know, cherishing the person, adoring them, admiring them, or whatever, agape and them, like all that stuff. You know what I mean? That's what it is. But once again, do not go give somebody a gift if you just want something back, bro. And don't be mad if somebody don't give you a gift in general. Like, some people, that's not they what's that called? That's not like they love language per se. So they might do something else instead of giving you gifts. You know, they might be that person you could just call on. But yeah, I did get a lot of agape love, all that stuff. It was a good visit. They pulled up on a Wednesday night, a little bit after 8. I was on the couch, beanbag. I was just watching TV, and they was like, "What color your house is?" And I'm like, in my head, I'm processing real fast. So I'm like, the only time I asked that is because I'm looking for the house. And then I'm like, they wouldn't be on Google Maps asking, because like you could just type the address in and see the house. So I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't know, it's like blue or gray. And then Dad was like, man, just come outside. We out here. I'm like, huh? And it's crazy because they got here Wednesday and said they was leaving Sunday. And I thought it was going to be, that seemed like a long time. But they're gone now. And it's like, dang, that went quick. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yesterday I walked out, or I was sitting on the couch and Pop's right here watching TV with me. Or Mom. Or she in the kitchen cooking. And then it's like, dang, all right, back to reality now. But it was a good time. Shout out to them for doing that.
That's good. And that actually leads into my segment about them. And it's what's more important. And this is in regards to a parent-child relationship. So what's more important? A parent celebrating a child's achievements or supporting the child's interests?
Supporting their interests, because then you'll be there for the achievements.
Oh my God! Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we go through every week with Kennedy. It's, if you've been tuning in, this is the ridiculousness of Kennedy. Kennedy combines things together. He tried to turn black into white. He turns water into wine. He dances around the questions. We can never get a straight answer out of Kennedy. If you put Kennedy in a jail cell and you try to get answers out of him, he's gonna give you everything you don't want. Do not lock this man up. Leave him free. Put him on the front line, something, because this is absolutely ridiculous, man. We've been doing this for 2 years, and he still cannot give us a straight answer. For the people, for the 10 viewers, he cannot give you all a straight answer. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, good. That was good. That was a good rant. Ooh. Supporting their interests, man. Supporting their interests. Your kids might have some, you watch movies, right? And the kid is in some sport, playing some instrument, and some extracurricular activity in general. And it seems like at first in the movie, they're good at it, right? They're not bad, they're good. Might even be the best. But it seems like they enjoy it until something provokes them to finally expose that they don't enjoy it. Whether that's the love of their life for some reason, whether that's somebody else supportive in their life being like, bro, I'm trying to think. Example on High School Musical, Zac Efron was a basketball star, but his music teacher signed him up for Juilliard still. So she believed in him and was like, hey, if you don't want to hoop, you need to do this. So whereas his dad wanted him to hoop, and that really was not what he was on. So we see parents fail like that, then they be like, oh man, okay, like, yeah, let's do what you want. So it's better just to support them from the start. Like, if you want them to try your favorite sport, for example, you have a little son, you want him to try basketball and he don't like it, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be like the movie with Zac Efron. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. So anywho, If he don't like it, he like, no, I want to play soccer. He go out and he like that better. You know, let little man play soccer and be a soccer star. He don't want to be a basketball star like that. You know what I mean? He don't want to have them shoes to live in like LeBron James Jr., Bronny. You know what I mean? It's not all fun and games out here. So that's what I say. Support the interest, man. And shout out my parents for always doing that.
Yeah, I hear you, except on the Bronny part, because Bronny's actually doing good in the NBA, making threes, dunking the basketball, just like LeBron. And they actually dunked the ball in the same game before, so if you can do that,
whoa!
Just do it. So
my dad and son dunked in the same game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, people like you, haters like you, try to minimize it. Yeah, don't forget that. No one has ever done that before. But yeah. I think I agree with you. But anyway, we're going to move on to the next one. Try your hardest not to combine it. I know it's like against what's in your DNA, but just fight back, okay? Work on stripping off the old personality. What's more important? Teaching your child, or being patient with your child? What's more important?
Well, being patient, of course, because then you're good at teaching. But I'll just say being patient. I just had to say. Because when dad was patient with me, then he could teach me better. You know what I mean? When impatience crept in, then it wasn't a good teacher. You understand what I'm saying? So that was being patient. Being patient is good with your child.
I would argue. Keep going.
No, the last thing I was gonna say, and parents, especially if they have more than one kid, even if it's just two, like our parents with me and Z. Parents with multiple kids will always tell you each kid has a different personality and you have to parent different. With the first kid, you could discipline in this way, in A way. But then with this kid, he didn't even care about A way. We could say like a phone. You took away the phone from kid A, he was pissed, he crashed out. That's what got him. You took it away from kid B, he didn't care. Maybe he was more of the low-key type, so you had to take like his books or something. Like, you know what I mean? So things like that. That's why you got to be patient, because you got to learn your kid. Just like they got to learn their parents.
I think that's a great point. I would argue too, because you said when they're like more patient, they teach better. Sometimes they lost their patience a little bit, and you did not want to upset them like that again. So it kind of made you lock in a little bit compared to, nowadays. Nowadays, I would argue that parents might be a little too patient, and we call that gentle parenting, where they'll tell little Johnny to do something, little Johnny will smack him upside the head with a burrito and say, no, you go do it. And they're like, okay. And that's a little too much patience. Okay, that's a little too patient.
We call that white parenting. I mean, we call that being too patient with them for sure. So we really want to watch that, because that gentle parenting, that's gonna catch up with you anyway. Your kid gonna be the adult and the parent, and they're gonna be preteen, teenager, bossing you around for real, not listening, going out, and you're gonna be confused for no reason. It's like it started when they was 4 and 5 years old, and you let them do anything and everything. Like, come on, man.
And they go in public and they try to do that too, and it's like, bro, you do that to the wrong person. It's gonna be really bad for you. Yeah, really bad for you, bro. Okay.
And I'm not a parent, so hey, don't judge too hard. It's gonna be somebody like, oh my God, you're not even a parent. You don't know,
right?
I don't know, but I was a kid and I understand how I was raised. So
how could you talk about discipline? What? Discipline is wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's more important? Setting a good example or protecting and providing?
Dude is doing two combos.
He's getting pissed
I won't even
off.
combine them, but it's too easy. I'm not even gonna combine it because everybody heard that and just thought it was this. Everybody heard it and thought it was the same sentence. They thought it was the same. You know what I mean? There wasn't a second option. Protect and provide.
Setting a good example is one side. Protect, provide the other side. It's not that complicated.
Right. No, they're not. That's why they go hand in hand. Like, when you protect and provide, what does little Johnny see? A bad example or a good one?
I quit.
His phone is off. Oh,
yeah,
no.
I quit. No, I shut my camera off. I quit. I'm done with this. That's crazy. That's
what it is, man. So protect and provide, of course, man. You gotta, as a man, as the head of your house, You got to make sure the necessities is there. I'm not I'm not saying you got to be rich at all. You got to make sure certain things. You got to make sure it's food on the table. It's rent is paid. Rent or the mortgage is paid. You got to make sure it's food on the table and they got clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. Extra stuff are wants. You know what I'm saying? That don't have to be done. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's situation is different. And plus, if your woman has a job, then she could use the money that she be making as well to do, you know, little extra stuff. It go hand in hand. But we got to make sure the bills are paid and that we all are in a safe, comfortable house. You know, as comfortable as we can afford at that time. And then the other part of that was protect. Yeah, you know, you want to protect your family. It was like back to that love you said earlier. I forget which one, but it's like you would die for this. You would literally die for this person. You would risk it all. Like, if I had to stand in front of a gun, like everybody's saying, take the bullet, like, would you actually do it type situation? So that's what you do as a man. And obviously, you would do that as the one man as well. You would want to. I'm not saying you actually would, knowing the situation. I'm not saying you wouldn't, but you would want to as well if your husband accidentally trips while he trying to save you, and they might shoot your kid instead. You would jump in just like him, of course. So that's what it's about. And that's a good family. You know what I mean? We've seen, you look at all the TV shows and crime shows nowadays, Law and Orders and stuff, bro, it's always some type of crime happening. And if a man can prevent it, even when it's not even his family or something, especially against the innocent woman or child, bro, we always gonna try to do our best. So shout out to real men out there doing that. Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. Shout out to real people out there doing it in general as well. Keep doing it. Don't be, I'm sorry, last point. Don't be one of them people who stand by like with a phone and just record something that's going crazy. Like if it's actually an incident, people record somebody getting shot. They record somebody getting knocked out, like these old people. It's like, bro, why you recording? Like if you took your phone out or at least click the camera part and was able to put your hand up and hit the record button, you're able to walk over and try to help the situation. Or you're able, if you're not that, you don't want to do that, and you're one of the people who call, bro, you're able to call 911. Hey, a situation's going on, I don't know what's happening. Like, bro, you gotta do something. But yeah, I hate people who just take their phone out and record. Like, that's just crazy when stuff go like left. But that's what's
I think when I was younger, I can see myself doing that, and I know people are like, Zach, you still record now. I do record a lot of things. I like recording when like the friend group's going at it, like them arguing. I think that's fun. But in terms of strangers, for me, it's too much of a risk. Like I don't want to get in between it, and I'm not gonna sit there and record it either. Like if I see something going down, like I'm gone. I'm not gonna sit here and wait until one of y'all pulls out a gun. Right? I'll wait till one of y'all pulls out a gun or something. Like someone screams, "I killed this whole building!" I'm gone. You ain't getting me. You ain't getting me like deuces.
You got it,
escalate. As soon as it starts to escalate, that's what I'm saying. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. There was some quote 50 Cent said, and he said, whenever someone asks, "Do we have a problem?" He says, "No problem." Like literally no problem, because it's not worth it. There's no winning at all. And even I've been seeing self-defense cases like going the opposite way. Like nowadays, for example, there are certain states. I need to look this up actually. But there are certain states that people have squatter rights. I don't know if that's what it's technically called, if it's called something else. But basically, someone could just come in your crib and just stay there, and you can't kick them out. I don't know how that works. I don't know why they're protected. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. But now there are situations where people are using guns in self-defense situations where it's like multiple people breaking in their house to like rob or kill them, and they'll fire back, and they are being like prosecuted like murderers. So when there's a problem, I don't want no problem, because I don't know how this is gonna play out. Even if let's say I defend my family, I might be in jail for the rest of my life for like defending my family, which is absolutely crazy. So it's like like violence is like the last resort for me. I'm gone way before that even happens.
Yeah, self-defense cases get very, especially in what state too, and depending on what city you're in that state, like it is very technical. You gotta know where you live, what you can and can't do. Cause even like we just talked about a bystander. Let's say you can keep it pushing, right? But let's say you one of the people who intervene because you're just that good Samaritan and you think you could just help it, right? But then it goes even more left, and now you end up doing something that harms the other person. Some states allow you to self-defend when another person seems like they're at harm or their life is in danger. But once again, it's fine lines. So you got to know where you live. You got to know where you're going. But also, like you said, bro, just I ain't looking for no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Like, it's not even on my radar unless I feel like I'm literally in danger where I have to literally just save my life. Like, I'm not on nothing. And that's like if somebody is attacking me, literally. Like, if nobody is putting their hands on me, people get upset about words, which is fine. Like, words can definitely hurt, but words are not gonna hurt me so much where I gotta put my hands on you, because it's just you just saying stuff at the point. So
yeah,
just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I agree. There's no amount of words that can get me riled up. Like, it may start to cause me, like, irritation in my brain. Like, oh my gosh, this person is just, like, they're intentionally trying. Like, someone intentionally trying to annoy me just annoys me. It's like, why are you being like this right now? But
correct.
You can't get a reaction out of me. It's impossible. Someone once told me years ago, many people have told me this, that, you know, if someone can get you that upset, they can control your emotions. They're controlling you. How can you let someone control your emotions? So ever since then, I just, like, people can't control my, you're not only not going to be able to control my emotions, I'm not going to even give you a reaction, which is why half the time people see me, I just got like this, like, straight face. Like, I'm not giving you anything. I'm going to just let you guess. So yeah, there's no shot that some words can get me to ruin my life.
Mom and Dad just put me on this show. I watch it on Disney. It's a little crime show. It's called, like, I'm forgetting the first word in the show
It's
name.
on Disney?
It's Innocent or Guilty, right? Yeah, it's on Disney. But it's Innocent or Guilty. And it's people who are, you know, charged with crimes. And you go through their personal case and you see all the details into why that person, you know, is saying that they're innocent. And in some of these, it gets so crazy because you see the nonsense that people will try to do to convict somebody when they didn't do nothing wrong. You see that they hide stuff, they plant stuff, they don't do what they're supposed to. They just want to ruin someone's life. And obviously, do not get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody who is arrested and everybody who is charged with a crime is not innocent, of course. Some people, and by innocent, I'm not judging them. I'm just saying, yeah, they did that crime that we plainly saw. If somebody shot somebody on video, bro, what the heck? Obviously they did it. Like, yeah, I'm saying, like, the judge saw it. Okay, that was an easy one. Bada boom, bada bang. In other cases, though, one case we watched the other day, there was no evidence of nothing there of this person. It was no fingerprints. It was no DNA. It was no weapon found anywhere. It was no... He was at work, and if he did this, he only had 10 minutes to do it. But by the time the body was found, it was hours. So it was impossible for this man to have done this. And you just see the detectives or cops just try to flip it. It's just all crazy. So yeah, don't be in nothing. Don't be in nothing. Like, I was gonna say, don't be in nothing if you don't need to be, but nobody needs to be, bro. Don't be in nothing. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I think I hate that more than crime itself, because crime is bad, but like when you got someone lying, saying you did something you didn't even do, and the thing is, and I don't know the exact statistics on this, but I feel like when someone accuses someone falsely, I feel like they get in like no trouble, which is crazy. In my opinion, I think if you accuse someone of doing something and they didn't do it, that should automatically be flipped back on you. That just as simple as that, man. That way you just stop people from lying, because it's absolutely ridiculous how many times people want to ruin someone's life because they're miserable. Like, that is absolutely horrible. Whether it's stealing, rape, murder, right? Any of that stuff. It's just like, to lie on someone's name like that is just absolutely, it's horrible, man. It's horrible. I hate seeing that so much. It irritates me.
Yeah, it's it's disgusting, because as like, I'll say, as like normal humans, you don't have an intent. You don't have any ill intent. You know what I'm saying? If somebody harms you, then you react like in what is that called? You react in defense mode now. You know what I mean? You was on offense, just cooling, living your life, but now something occurred, and now you have to be defensive. Some people though, in their brains, they just literally are wired different. Where if they don't know you from nothing, if they don't know you from Adam, bro, they will like not care. They will mess you up. They will try to act like they like you to get whatever, rob you, like you said, other crimes that are just disgusting, bro. Yeah, it's sad, bro. It's a crazy world, man. Stay safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. Especially if you're in, well, just anywhere. I won't say especially if you're somewhere. Just stay safe out there. It's crazy everywhere. It don't matter what city you live in. Because them small towns be having those serial killers the most low key. And then the little people in the farm. It's just all bad.
Eddie, please give us the quote of the week.
Yes, sir. Shout out Pops. This one you said this week when I saw you, when you said it, I was just like, wow, that's powerful. The quote goes as this: "Don't judge my life based on the chapter you walked in on."
Make sure to like, comment, share with everybody you know, and subscribe.